Hello. I want to start off with a quick thanks for supporting the part 1 of this tutorial so much. It means a lot to get 300 views on the first day. That's the most I've gotten on a video in a long time, and I really appreciate it, so let's hop right into part 2. To start today, we are going to be working on the reloading portion first. So let's go back into our shooting script, and we are going to go to the update function. Let's just put this at the end of it. Let me bring up my notes. And let's begin. So we're going to make our reload key R, which is usually the most common one. So let's do it in if our input dot get key is equal to R, and our magazine is less than our maximum ammo, which is going to be 30 since this is going to be an assault rifle, and ammo is greater than 0, so our total ammo is greater than 0, and that's going to be it for now. Then we are going to make our actual statement. Let me move my mic a bit, sorry about that, but it's getting in the way of my typing. Sorry if that made any noise, I thoroughly apologize. Let's continue. Alright, so if our ammo is greater than or equal to 30, there's going to be a lot of small things in this just so we have no problem, so it's going to be quite a bit of code, but it's going to be pretty fast as well. So if our ammo is greater than 30, we want to make ammo plus equal to, I don't know why I'm plus it, whatever, this will work. I thought of this earlier, but this is an odd way to do it. I could have just done minus here, but we're going to stick with this. So we're adding negative 30 technically is what that means, but we're just going to roll with that. So magazine is then equal to 30 after minusing that. Now we are going to do, oops, sorry that wasn't working right, else if statement, and this one is going to be if ammo is less than 30, we are, and magazine is 0, so if we used up all of our bullets, then we are going to make magazine equal to ammo, and ammo equals 30. Okay, and now we are going to do our next one, which is another else if. This one is going to be if ammo is greater than 0, and if ammo is less than 30, so if our clip has been shot, but if it still has something in it, we are going to do quite a bit here. So we're going to make a quick integer called temp ammo. This is just going to be a placeholder, and that's going to equal our current ammo. Now next line we are going to do make ammo plus equal to magazine, should add parentheses there, magazine minus 30. I know I did this earlier. So I was saying this is weird, but this is to get our amount of magazine, because if magazine equals 30, then this will just do 0. If it equals 29, it'll be -1, etc. So it goes below magazine. That's why I did that. I don't know why I was thinking that, but that actually makes sense to do it this way. So let's continue. If ammo is greater than, or sorry, this is supposed to be less than 0, then we want our ammo to equal 0, and magazine to plus equal our temp ammo. If magazine is greater than 30, then we want magazine to equal 30. And our final statement is just going to be a quick else ammo equals 0. Okay, so although this looks like a lot, essentially what we're doing is making sure The big one is this last one. If our total ammo is less than our clip size, we don't want any malfunctions, and that's a very easy thing to have happen. So we're just making sure every possibility is accounted for here, and we can actually go ahead and test this. So let's save it. We can go to our gun, make sure we're not in full screen, perfect. And now set our magazine to 30, and our ammo's at 1,000. Start firing away, and we're gonna reload. Perfect. It takes 15 off of our total ammo, and our magazine is refilled. Alright, and now the last one to test, which is that thing I was just talking about. Let's just make this 40, and let's try this. So now let's fire. Okay, let's get all the way to 0. So now it should be magazine 25, and okay, there's a problem. So this is what I was trying to account for. I'm going to pause really quick, and I will update you guys when I find the problem. Alright, once again, a stupid mistake, and it's something very simple. Just like last video when I made a mistake, we're going to get rid of this else here, and I'm simply misplaced it. It's just supposed to be at the end of this statement. So that should make everything work correctly, and that's why our total ammo didn't go to 0, because it had no chance to. Okay, so let's do the same thing. Actually, let's just set this to 10. Let's shoot over 10 bullets, reload, and perfect. Okay, so our ammo is now reduced, and our magazine is at the correct amount. Now that our reloading script is working correctly, let's get into our second part of the video, which is going to be being able to shoot and damage stuff. We're going to make a script called target. Let's pop that open, if Visual Studio decides to work. Okay. Alright, so let's start by making our variables first. We need a public float. Simply call this health. Sorry. We are going to need a public void, and we will call this one take damage. Let's just do a float called amount in here. And then in here we are going to need to do our health minus equal to amount. And one more thing. If, oh, I don't know why that went forward. If our health is less than or equal to 0, then we want to destroy this object, this .game object. Okay. And let's put correct notation. And there we go. That's all we need for the script for now. You can just leave the start and update, since we might use that later, and it's not in the way of anything at the moment. So now we need to update our shooting script. Let's get out our notes again, and let's begin. So the way I'm doing this might seem a little more complex than it needs to be, but it's the best way if you're going to be adding multiple enemies or extra items later. It's just going to be easier for that. So let's start with this. We are going to do a script call to our target. Let's make that just called target lowercase, simple enough. And that is going to be our hit dot transform dot get component, and we want that to be our target script. Okay. Now we are going to need to make a string with that result, or sorry, the tag result. So let's just call that my tag equals hit dot collider dot tag. That's simply going to grab the tag of whatever our raycast hits. What's wrong here really quick? Let's read the error. Oh, forgot our parentheses at the end of it. I do that way too often. Okay, now we're going to make a quick if statement. We want to see if my tag is equal to, or sorry, not equal, dot contains the tag of target. And if it does contain target, then we want to do target, or no, oh, what? Sorry, didn't mean to do that one. Alright, so ignore that. We want to do the lowercase target, the new target, dot take damage, and we want to make it equal to our damage in this script. So that should be it. Let's check if everything's working correctly. Let's go ahead and grab our cube. We're gonna slap the target script on that. Let's make his health equal to 50. Make sure our gun has the correct damage. Alright, damage 10 is fine. So let's go ahead and shoot this a few times and it disappears. So that is, I guess, working perfectly right now. So I'll show you again. We can just go to this script and actually show the health on the right. Shoot it once, 40, 30, 20, 10. Oh, I missed. 10, 0. There we go. So everything's working right. We can make these disappear later, but that's not a big issue for now. You can just slap that script on anything you want to actually be killed, and it looks like it's working fine. Oh, I forgot to tell you one thing earlier. I already added the target, so we will actually show you how to do that now. What you're going to have to do is create a new tag. You're going to want to call this target. I'm doing 2 here, but after you create that, you will then go to the object, change its tag, select target, and everything will work how I just had it. Sorry, I forgot I did that earlier and forgot to change it back. So now everything is working correctly with that. I'll show you really quick. If you don't have this as target, it'll start as untagged. We'll shoot and nothing happens because it's not reading that target script. Okay. So everything's working correctly. I hope you guys enjoyed this part 2. I will bring a part 3 of more complex things to add. This will keep getting a little more difficult each week, but I want to make this a full shooting script and show you guys how you can do simple things and to make them look really good.